Hi everyone, and welcome to another review from Class 47 Peter. And today's going to be another wagon review, and today we're going to be having a look at another Oxford Rail wagon. So this is my second Oxford Rail wagon, and this is a 4-plank wagon in NE grey livery, which came from Model Centre off their eBay account, because I did get this model direct from eBay, and I paid £9.99 for it, which is a good price for a wagon like this. So I'm not going to beat about the bush, I'm going to get straight to the unboxing. Might as well get rid of the box, because I don't really tend to keep my boxes for wagons, I only tend to keep them for the locomotives and DMUs, etc. So the wagon's out of the box, so let's get straight to the detail. Right, so we're going to go straight onto the detail. So we have metal buffers, as you can see, that are separately fitted and they look nice. They're not sprung loaded, but I don't have much care for sprung buffers. There's a very nice separately fitted coupling hook there on the buffer beam. And on both ends of the model we have got slim tension lock couplings. Now, when I first got this model, I noticed that one of the tension lock couplings had been placed in upside down. So the tension lock coupling itself had been placed in upside down, and the hook had been placed in, well, the wrong way. Basically, the coupling itself was in upside down, and the hook had been placed in, like, as you see it here. So basically I had to prise out the coupling using a knife to lift it out, and then place the coupling back in the correct way, and the coupling hook as well, which I had to take out and then fix back in. But that's not really much of a major issue, because that can happen with any wagon made by any manufacturer, to be honest, or any model for that matter. But it's been sorted now. We've also got metal wheels as well, as you can see. And one thing I like about this particular wagon is that the rims on the wheels have been painted white, which is a nice bit of detail to have that on the wheels on wagons. You've got the handbrake there, which has been separately fitted, and also you've got axle boxes and springs where the wheels are there, which looks very nice. You've got an LNER builder's plate there, crisply printed on the frames of the wagon, as well as 5 to 10 crisply printed on the frames as well, and a couple of rivets there. Not sure why that 5 to 10 is there for, but that's what it is. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. I've got no idea what it is, but it's there and crisply printed, and it's nice to have that. I do really like the plank detail on this wagon. It does look really good, as well as the rivets on the metal platings there holding it together. That looks really good. Even the hinges to some doors have some nice detail on them as well, as you can see. We've also got NE crisply printed on the sides of the wagon, as well as 8 tons and the wagon's number 155629, again crisply printed, and it looks nice. Some very nice detail inside the wagon with the wooden floors there, and I like how it's been painted in the inside there. That looks really nice. On both ends of the wagon you do get some different detail. Here you get like these metal platings on the front of the wagon, and the separately fitted metal handrails of some sort, which look very nice. And I do quite like how the paint's been chipped off them as well. It does make them look a bit more realistic like that. The paint's been chipped off them, so it makes it look like they've been used quite a lot. And then this is the detail you get on the other side, which is quite different. You get like these metal plates running down alongside the front of the wagon there, either side of the separately fitted coupling hook there, and again some very nice rivet detail on them as well. There's also some very nice detail under the wagon as well, as you can see there, which is quite nice to have that. You're not going to really notice it obviously when the wagon is running around on the layout, but it's nice to see some detail underneath the model on the undercarriage. And the livery is quite nicely applied as well. I do love the grey Very nice even coat there, and the correct shade of grey, of course. And it looks really nice. So this is the second Oxford Royal wagon I have. And I have got quite a few NE wagons now. The livery is quite nicely supplied as well. Applied. Go again. The livery's been nicely applied as well. Very nice even coat of paint on both sides. And do love the grey on this particular wagon. Looks very nice. One thing I am going to be doing with this wagon is that I am going to be putting a load into this wagon. Because one thing I've started doing recently with my wagons is putting various wagon loads in them. For example, here's one of them that's been given a covered load, which is tissue paper, PVA glued on and then painted. It looks very nice and I'm rather happy with this. And I have done this to another wagon as well. Now I don't know what I'm going to put in this wagon yet. I am thinking about putting some packing cases into this. Buying some from Base Toys Limited and putting some into this wagon, because it would be nice to get some of these smaller plank wagons I have and some others that I want to get as well, and put some crates inside them, or packing cases, whichever you choose to call them, and that would look quite nice. Because I do think that the wagons, when they've got wagon loads in them, are a little bit more interesting to have on the layout, in my opinion. So that's why I'm putting wagon loads in my wagons. So that's something I shall be doing, and I am possibly thinking about doing a how-to video on this, or just a video of me doing this basically. So if I do decide to do that, then do keep your eyes peeled. I am like, ugh. Now with this wagon, what I'm thinking of doing is putting some packing cases inside this wagon, buying some from Base Toys Limited, and then just filling the wagon with those. Because it would be nice to do that, to put some packing cases or crates, whatever you choose to call them, in my small plank wagons I have, and others I'm going to be buying in the future. Because I do want to, there's a couple of more of these small plank wagons that I want to get hold of, and to put packing cases inside them, that would look quite nice. Probably not necessarily all of them, but some of them at least. So there's a couple of other wagons I want to get as well, so I'm now starting to put wagon loads in my wagons, because I do think it looks a little bit more interesting like that to have on the layout, in my opinion. Which is why I've been putting wagon loads in my wagons recently. And I might do a video on this as well. So that's something to tune in for. So we've now got the wagon running around the layout behind the J50 and my other NE wagons that I have. And yes, I know there's two brake vans on the end of the train, but I have seen that in real life, so it can be done in Model 4. So overall then, the Oxford Rail 4-plank wagon is a great little model. I mean, I do find these Oxford Rail wagons quite likening to Hornby and Bachmann's wagons, because they are just as good and they are proving favourable for me. They really are great models. So overall then, I'm going to rate the Oxford Rail 4-plank wagon in NE grey. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Why not? This has been Class 47 Peter reviewing the very nice Oxford Rail 4-plank wagon, and I'll see you again soon for the next review. Until then, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Check out my other content and I'll see you again soon. But for now, take care and I'll see you again next time.